My greetings to all of you. You have contributed for a memorable day in my life. My first visit to Gautam Buddha University, I will never forget. The level of energy has gone up. I feel sad. I was not a participant. I should have been a participant. Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh, a senior politician of the country, a statesman, a former chief minister, whose focus has always been education growth. She has been a guiding star to all in academics. Shrimati Anandiben Patel. I always get inspiration and motivation whenever I have occasion to share dice with her. Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, I was congratulating him. He is known to be a very tough organizer. But what I have seen here is a spectacle of a very different nature. The kind of energy explosion I have seen here, the Honorable Minister has done wonders. Thank you, Minister, for bringing about this synergy. We have the local minister from Uttar Pradesh, the largest state, Surya Pratap Sai ji. Honorable ministers, your presence means a lot to us. You come from a very important part of the globe. You signal and symbolize our age-old historical cultural ties. My greetings to all of you, salutations to you. Everyone associated with UNESCO, with the great university, Gautam Buddha University, and most important, when I heard from the participants from abroad, Namaste, Ram Ram. So my Namaste to you, my Ram Ram to you, my greetings to you. Dr. Abhay Jere, he carries a title of Chief Innovation Officer. I have seen him in action. He traversed all that happened during last few hours. I use the word hours because in hackathon you use hours, not days. Sir, grateful for such an outstanding exposition. You have done justice to every participant by focusing on their skill, their involvement, their inclination, and finally their accomplishment. For me, it's a gratifying moment to be associated with this valedictory function. It is truly global in nature. It is with contemporaneous theme. It sends a signal to the world that youth can come together to make a better world available to us. I am grateful. Congratulations to the participants. I saw their energy, I saw their body language. The winners also. Some may not have been winners today. I can assure you, you are potential winners. It has rightly been indicated by a great thinker. You can succeed only by losing at one stage. Keep on marching. Keep on continuing. This event teaches us a new ecosystem, a new philosophy of working together, and that is synergical approach that is rapid and collaborative. And the goal of hackathon is need of the times, and that is to create functioning software or hardware, and that you have created. I have seen it myself, and created in varied facets with amazing skill, and that is bound to help societal growth. This platform, and mind you, the greatest things in life have happened. Civilization has undergone big change when human minds interact. But the best part is the common demographic dividend of Bharat and African countries. The youth, the power that will drive this planet. And if they come in tandem, in togetherness, as innovators, to find solutions and resolutions for social, environmental, and technical problems, I am sure this augurs very well for all of us. UNESCO India Africa Hackathon is an annual event for 36 hours. But these 36 hours are milestone. They bring about major changes in your life. They lead to you on a path where you shall ever be on incremental trajectory of your personal growth, a growth that will give back to the society, which the society needs most. India is on the rise as never before. Rise of this great country is unstoppable. Only a few months back, we had the distinction of being the 5th largest economy in the world, overreaching our colonial rulers. We shall be the 3rd largest economy by turn of the decade. And therefore, these kind of interactions and deliberations have come at a very right time because India is home to startups. It is crucible of innovation. There is an excellent platform available here, and the ecosystem is all pervasive in the country, where we can explore new technologies to solve real-world problems. Friends, I am happy to tell you, in last few years, by series of affirmative steps, a new environment is made available, and that is every young mind is facilitated to unleash his or her energy, exploit her potential and talent, and be in the service of humanity. It is on this count that India is home to innovation and entrepreneurship. And why not? Look at our historical background, our cultural ethos. India was, as you have seen in the movie that was for 5 minutes, home to innovation, home to culture, home to education, home to best of institutions. We are on way to attaining it. And nothing can be more soothing and wholesome to us to have our real partners, our brothers and sisters from Africa, with whom we share a great historical bond of history and culture. Mahatma Gandhi comes on our radar when we talk of Africa and India relationship. Then, in togetherness, we have seen exploitation. We have seen colonialism. We have seen the need for a level playing field. In such a scenario, I compliment Innovation Cell of the Ministry of Education, All India Council of Technical Education, and global entity UNESCO, that they have synergically worked to harness the talent of young minds, both in African countries and Bharat. Participation of 350 students from 22 countries from Africa, 231 from India, is indicative of remarkable success. And I know these are not arithmetic statistics. The results are bound to be geometric. Participation of 160 women innovators has added a qualitative cutting edge to it. There has been some kind of imbalance, I hope rightly, that of the participants, 3 took the floor, all were from the same gender. I tell my young friends from my gender, that gender is on the rise. In our country, we have laid great emphasis on empowerment of women. The world is going to be a more sublime place when this gender will get power as much as the other gender has. When I saw this spectacle here, it was a delightful moment. Now, when the results were being announced, and the kind of enthusiasm that I witnessed had another dimension which I could see on the screen. The synergy, the collaboration, the coordination, the deliberation, the dialogue, the discussion that resulted in this accomplishment, the human resource came from several countries. Which means in a couple of hours, there could be meeting of minds. And that indicates a sense of Indian philosophy. If you wish to do something good, minds have tendency to converse immediately. And another very commendable and to be appreciated by one and all, and we need to replicate it more, is that the issues that were addressed are the challenges we are contemporaneously facing, not only in our country, not only in Africa, but also elsewhere in the world. And therefore, it was soothing to note that accomplishments traverse critical, sustainable development goals. And in what areas? Agriculture, health, hygiene, education, energy, drinking water, and sanitation. So, we are neighbors across the Indian Ocean. We have had such an interactive involvement with young, impressionable minds, which will help generate and achieve what India has always believed in, practiced historically, culturally, and contemporaneously. And that is one world, one family, one future. As the Honorable Minister reflected, the Honorable Governor focused in detail, Vasudev Kutumbakam. Now this is for us not just an expression or a thought. It is our lifestyle. It is our ecosystem. We believe in it. And this is because stakes of future generations and common people in rural communities who are at the backbench. They have to be in the front line. And this can be done only by exemplifying our actions, consonance with this thought. Our visionary Prime Minister, right from the time he took reins of the affairs of the state in 2014, engaged into something very significant, consistent with our cultural ethos, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास. This has brought about inclusive development. This inclusive development has resulted in inclusion of a massive population with banking system. It started with 250 million, it has crossed 400 million, a figure that is staggering, but a ground reality for the largest democracy. We could not have contemplated few years back what we are witnessing today as a ground reality, and that is public digital infrastructure. Go to any village, you will get the feel of it. The largest democracy, you take only a button to ensure that farmers who get their installment 3 times a year get it directly in their accounts. There is no human interfacing. This is transparent, accountable mechanism the world can appreciate. This is at the apex level of governance that cuts the roots of inefficiency, negligence, and combats corruption. This is a ground reality in Bharat. Direct bank transfer is indicative of a facet of governance, which means, and a slogan given by the government, executed at all levels, less government, more governance. I'll indicate only a few of these schemes that will give you an idea where the largest democracy on earth is heading, and that too for welfare of the planet. The Arogya Setu, a digital platform, enabled 200 crore doses of vaccine promptly and efficiently. I can tell you the kind of spinal strength I had when I find that we had vaccine doses in billions, but each recipient had a digital certificate, something which did not happen in countries that claim to be most developed. While the menace of COVID was being unleashed on the entire humanity in a non-discriminatory manner, irrespective of region, religion, caste, creed, and India was on the front foot to tackle the problem successfully. We believed in Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, engaged into hand-holding of the needy outside our own country, Vaccine Maitri Initiative, and as on 21st February 2022, India delivered around 16.29 crore doses of vaccine to 96 countries. And of these, 1.43 crore doses to 48 countries was by way of assistance. India is rightly known as pharmacy of the world. And this has rightly been vindicated in the times of crisis. The world witnessed the human genius of India that engaged in a massive progress of manufacturing what was needed by the world at large. And all this because India has evolved of late a new mechanism of governance, which means Atmanirbhar. India became Atmanirbhar for itself, is on way to it, and also for others. Self-reliance of this country is not in the context of Bharat alone. And that is why we believe in the entire world. There is all-around appreciation of the statesman stance taken by the Honorable Prime Minister. And that is a great statement in geopolitics. War is no solution to any problem. We must avoid war. That call means if we have peace, we have progress, we have stability, we have societal elements being satisfied for every human being on the planet. It is on account of these sustained efforts that India today is the brightest spot of opportunity and investment. And that is why the number of startups that we are having here, it is unmatched in the world. And if we go by the statistics, the number of unicorns we have with fiscal dimension of more than $1 billion in 2022, my dear friends, there is no other nation in the world, no other nation in the world that has the record which India has in evolution of unicorns of more than 1 billion in 2022. India today is the third largest pool of startups in the world. 75,000 startups are driving India's growth story. Now, go to the back room. This is the fruit of young minds. They thought of an idea. There was a time when someone had an idea, could not put it in execution. An ecosystem has been developed. It is functional at all stages. Have an idea. Execution is your cup of tea. You will get adequate assistance of finance. It is in this scenario, my dear friends, that there is hardly global entity of repute, a global giant in corporate world that does not have at the top India's footprint. And they are committed to development of those corporates with earnestness and sincerity, because we believe in this country, commitment to Janam Bhoomi, an equally compelling commitment to Karam Bhoomi. That is being done. Few years back, when I was Governor of West Bengal, I had the occasion to be governor with the Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh. She is a very talented writer also, very motivating. So in the village, in my own village, I was reflecting on one of her books. I suggest you go to Google and you'll find it. A book that indicates and reveals direction, dedication, conviction, and focuses on women empowerment. Delightful situation to me was that in my village, at that point of time, 4G connectivity was at peak, and 3 of young boys and girls could immediately get it on Google. Which means in India, we have now at the village level impact of e-education, e-health, e-commerce, and e-entertainment. The world is surprised because we have a population, a large population of village panchayats, and 2.5 lakh of them have been digitally linked. Imagine, 2.5 lakh appears to be a figure. When the achievement has to be on the ground, digital linking of those physical panchayats, this has been accomplished. Results are bearing fruit. Gone are the days when there will be a queue to make payments. No one does it now. That is the impact on account of good governance we have seen in recent years. Gati Shakti mission, now this mission is bringing a quality change in the lives of everyone. It is making your profession easier, commerce easier, travel easier, and that is creating linkage of road, rail, and then this doesn't stop here. It goes to power grid, gas pipeline linkage, and a time will come when wastage of water, which has been a problem, will be contained by linkage of rivers. I strongly commend in this scenario the great efforts that have been made by the Honorable Minister to organize such an event, to get involvement of the people, to see that they are energized, enthused, motivated, and inspired. And at concluding session, I can see from their body language and a sparkle in their eyes, it has been worth our time. This synergical approach needs to be further taken to next level. Undoubtedly, and this is the greatest gain, my dear boys and girls, the greatest gain which you are taking from here is not the prize. It is important. Not that you have participated, but the greatest gain is interaction you have had, friendships you have picked, exposure you have secured, unreached experience which you have gained. This will generate lasting connect. All carry from here shared vision of global well-being, and that is embedded in our culture, our civilization ethos. So this great message from land of Mahatma Gandhi, that is shared vision of global well-being and prosperity, and I'm sure you all will engage in working for attainment of the same. I am confident, I am 100% sure, I have no doubt about it. Your gained experience would ever spur you on the path of innovation and register success for larger welfare. In conclusion, I would say, I have myself been product of education. What I have seen here in this theater augurs well for the planet. Every young mind who is here, you are as much trustee of this planet as people older to you. Your proactive stance will secure for everyone a better future. I wish you good luck. I am sure you continue to participate across frontiers and ultimately believe in the concept Vasudev Kutumbam. Thank you so much. Thank you.